You might think eggs are the perfect breakfast. A patient of mine ate eggs almost every day for over 50 years. He suffered severe muscle loss to the point he could no longer walk on his own. But it wasn't because he ate too many eggs. It was due to 3 harmful habits he paired with eggs that destroyed his muscles, and you might be making one of these mistakes too. Hi, I'm Dr. Miller, and today I want to share a story about a patient I will never, ever forget. His name is Henry, a 75-year-old retired farmer from the heart of rural Iowa. Henry was a man who had spent his entire life building things with his hands, a man whose strength was his very identity. When Henry first walked into my clinic, it was a cold, gray day in late February. He was so weak, so frail. He could barely stand on his own. He was clutching an old, splintered wooden cane, and his shoulders were hunched over as if he were carrying the weight of a lifetime of labor, now lost. Every step he took was a struggle, a slow and hesitant shuffle. It was as if he were trying to navigate a field of cracked ice, not just a clinic hallway. He told me, his voice a low, gravelly rumble, that he'd been eating eggs for breakfast almost every day for over 50 years. He used to be able to lift bales of hay, repair tractors, and chase his grandkids around the farm. But in the last 5 years, he said, his muscles seemed to be melting away from his bones. He couldn't tie his own shoes without struggling. He couldn't lift a bag of groceries. I asked him, my voice soft, "Henry, what's wrong? What are you feeling?" He looked up at me, his eyes tired but sharp, and he gave me a weary, heartbreaking smile. He said something that still echoes in my mind to this day. "Doctor, I feel like I'm just melting away. My own body has betrayed me. It's like all the hard work I put in, all the strength I built, is just dissolving." In that moment, I didn't just see a man with muscle loss. I saw a man whose joy had been stolen. I saw a man who had lost his independence, his pride, and his ability to do the simple things that gave his life meaning. I saw a grandfather who missed playing with his grandkids, a husband who couldn't help his wife around the house, and a man who felt like a ghost in his own body. And now, I want to share with you what I discovered. I want to reveal the 3 common food pairings with eggs that Henry was making for over 5 decades, pairings that were secretly and systematically destroying his muscles. I'll also share the simple, easy-to-follow changes we made that helped him not just stop the muscle loss, but actually begin to rebuild his strength. If you find this video helpful, please do me a favor and type one in the comments. It lets me know that this message is reaching the people who need it most. And if you have any questions or health concerns, please leave a comment below. We promise to read and answer everyone. Please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our helpful health videos. Let's get started. 1. The sausage and deli meat double dose. When I first asked Henry about his breakfast, he was almost proud of his answer. "It's quick, it's easy, and it's tasty," he said with a nod. That's how a busy farmer eats. For over 50 years, his morning meal was a plate of scrambled eggs paired with a few slices of deli ham, a hot dog, or some breakfast sausage. This pairing was so deeply ingrained in his routine that he couldn't imagine a breakfast without it. I explained to him, "Henry, the protein in your egg is like the bricks for building a wall. But the sodium in that sausage? It's like a corrosive acid, eating away at the mortar between those bricks." Henry looked at me, a flicker of doubt in his eyes. "But doctor, I've been eating this my whole life. How can it suddenly be a problem now?" I understood his skepticism. "It's not suddenly, Henry. It's like a slow leak. A small drip is no big deal at first, but after 50 years, that drip can flood your basement. The high sodium has been slowly stealing the nutrients your body needs." I showed him a study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, which found that a high-sodium diet can accelerate muscle protein breakdown and lead to a muscle loss rate of up to 25% faster in older adults. He sighed. So I've been a slow-motion wrecking ball to my own body? Not intentionally, Henry, I reassured him. But we can stop the wrecking ball. The good news is, the solution is simple. Safety note. I need to be very clear about this. If you are on blood pressure medication, or if you have pre-existing kidney issues, the high sodium and nitrates in processed meats are a significant burden on your body. They can exacerbate your conditions and increase your risk of complications. Always consult your doctor before making changes to your diet, especially if you have a chronic health condition. The solution: swap. Replace processed meats with fresh, lean protein. Quantity. Aim for 100 to 150 grams of lean, fresh meat, like chicken breast, pork loin, or fish, per day. For example, have 50 to 75 grams with your morning eggs. Frequency. Do this 5 to 7 times a week to see a noticeable difference. So, that was mistake number 1. But Henry's story doesn't end there. The next mistake he was making was even more common, and you're probably making it too. 2. The white bread and sugary pastry problem. During one of his appointments, Henry mentioned that he often had a slice of white toast or a little pastry after his eggs. A little sweetness always makes me happy, he'd say with a fond smile. He saw it as a harmless treat, a small indulgence after a healthy, protein-rich breakfast. I explained to him, Henry, the protein from your egg is like a skilled carpenter, ready to build and repair the muscle fibers in your body. But the sugar and refined carbs from the white bread or pastry are like a raging fire, burning through the carpenter's tools and materials. He seemed confused. But it's just a little bit of bread, doctor. How can that burn anything? It's a chemical fire, I clarified. When you eat those foods, your body's blood sugar spikes rapidly. In response, your pancreas releases a flood of insulin. Consistently high levels of insulin can suppress a crucial hormone called growth hormone. It's like telling the carpenter to stop working right when you need him most. A seminal study from the National Institutes of Health found that a diet high in refined carbohydrates and sugar can accelerate muscle atrophy, the medical term for muscle loss, by up to 30% in seniors. Henry slumped in his chair. So all those years I thought I was eating a treat, but I was really just putting out my body's repair crew. Exactly, I said gently, but we can get them back to work. Safety note. This is especially critical if you have prediabetes or are managing diabetes. The constant blood sugar spikes from white bread and pastries can not only make you feel weaker, but can also contribute to insulin resistance and further metabolic issues. Always speak with your doctor or a registered dietitian to ensure your dietary choices are safe and effective for your health goals. The solution: swap. Replace white bread and pastries with whole grains or fruit. Quantity. Limit refined carbs to less than 25 grams of added sugar per day. Try 1 slice of whole grain toast, approximately 30 to 40 grams, instead of 2 slices of white bread. Frequency. Make this switch for your daily breakfast. Now, if you thought those first 2 mistakes were surprising, Henry's third mistake was the one that made him question everything he thought he knew about a healthy morning routine. 3. The coffee with milk calcium drain. Henry's third mistake was a staple for many people his age. He told me, "Doctor, I drink a cup of coffee with milk every morning. It helps me wake up and feel productive." This seemed like the most innocent of his habits. He saw the milk as a way to get calcium, and the coffee as a morning ritual. I explained, "Henry, the key issue here isn't just one ingredient. It's the chemical reaction between them. The oxalic acid in the milk acts like a magnet for calcium. binding to it so your body can't absorb it, and the coffee makes it even harder." He looked at the coffee cup with a frown. "So the very thing I thought was helping me get calcium was actually just flushing it down the drain." "Exactly," I confirmed. "And when your body doesn't get enough calcium from food, it has to find it somewhere else. It starts pulling it directly from your bones and muscles. It's like your body is a bank, and you've been making withdrawals from your savings account every day for decades." A powerful study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that regular daily coffee consumption can increase the rate of calcium excretion and lead to a bone density and muscle loss rate of up to 20% higher in older adults. Safety note: this is especially important for those with pre-existing conditions like osteoporosis. Consuming coffee with milk daily can significantly increase your risk of fractures. If you are on calcium supplements or medication for bone health, it is vital to discuss this habit with your doctor to ensure it's not counteracting your treatment. The solution: swap. Replace coffee with milk with a calcium-friendly alternative. Quantity: try a smoothie with 240 milliliters, 1 cup, of unsweetened almond milk and a handful of spinach, or a glass of water with 1/4 of a lemon squeezed in. Frequency: start your day with this alternative every morning to help your body absorb nutrients better. So, what happened to Henry after we addressed these 3 simple but deadly mistakes? His story is proof that a little knowledge can make a life-changing difference. 3 months later, Henry returned to my clinic, but this time he walked with a strong, confident stride. There was no cane. His shoulders were back, and his eyes were bright. He told me he was now able to walk to the post office and go grocery shopping with his wife, something he hadn't been able to do for 5 years. He no longer felt like he was melting away. He was living a healthy, active, and happy life. He looked at me with a grateful smile and said, "Doctor, I never thought my breakfast was the problem. Thank you for showing me how to eat smart, not just hard. It's like you gave me my body back." Today, we've uncovered the 3 egg-pairing mistakes that were silently stealing Henry's muscle. Processed meats, which are a high-sodium, corrosive acid that breaks down muscle. White bread and pastries, which are a raging fire that suppresses the growth hormones you need. Coffee with milk, which acts as a calcium magnet and weakens your bones and muscles from the inside out. We've uncovered simple, powerful ways to enjoy eggs that can help you rebuild your strength and vitality. Now, let me ask you, what's your dream? Is it hiking through nature with your loved ones? Swaying joyfully on the dance floor at your grandchild's wedding? Or simply moving through your day with ease and confidence? Share your story and aspirations in the comments below. I'd love to hear what drives you. If this message sparks something in you, type "yes" in the comments. And please, share this video with those who could benefit from these life-changing insights. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay in the loop for more health tips tailored just for you. I'm Dr. Miller from Senior Fit Nation, and I'm making you a promise. Tomorrow morning, before you crack those eggs, pause and reflect on the choices we've explored. Make one small tweak. Then picture this. How would it feel to walk with less pain, with a spring in your step? I'll be back soon with more ways to help you thrive.